gonna do about, oh,
What am I gonna do? What?
oh, I was just wondering if, what are you gonna do about Tina when you go to France?
Oh, she'll stay with Christopher. He's not.
Oh, oh, he's like,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it'll be the longest I've been away from her, which will be kind of weird, but
that's gonna be stressful.
yeah, but she'll be with Papa. Okay, so let's do. Um, start with two yellow and a blue. Start easy on our feet to stretch. Okay. On our backs, let's start the balls of our feet parallel. Squeeze ankles and knees together. And take it out and in. Squeezing the knees together as if you're holding the dime between. Pressing to the big toes. Anchoring your sacrum. Make sure not to push in your lower back. Time we go out, let's have the heels. Take it out, both heels lower. Lift. And base the booty through the whole motion. Squeeze the knees together. This time, let's take it out 8 times, heel dips. Still squeezing the ankles and knees toward one another. 3, 2, and both heels high, prance it out. Take a heel, just hang out under the foot bar. Soften into the stretch. And let's switch. Both heels high. Let's bring it in. Let's go to the balls of the feet, narrow V, heels together. So the dime is now between our heels. Squeezing, lifting them high. Or the heels in, heels it down, and lift. Very good. Two. Let's do 8 heel dips here. Squeezing the heels together. Last 4, 3, and heels high, prance it out. Heel, right under the foot bar. Bring it in. Now let's switch up our spring load a little bit. Let's go to one red, yellow, and blue. So switch out the yellow for red. Coming back down. Let's go toward the middle of our feet, a little bit of the padded part of our heel, fist distance between our knees and ankles. And just release your feet. A little reflexology here. Heels can float underneath the foot bar a little bit and relax the toes. Pushing a little bit to the outside of the feet. But just a different sensation than our true heels. Four, three, bring it halfway in. Little in and out, 6-inch range of motion. Pushing from the base of the booty. 4, 3, 2. And let's take it all the way out to close that motion. And bring it in. Good, let's go true heels, narrow V. All the way out. Thing to the ankles, not necessarily the toes. 4, 3, 2. And let's bring it halfway in here. Little in, little out, controlling it from the base of the booty, connect to the heels. 4, 3, 2. Take it all the way up. Bring it all the way in. All right, we're gonna take our headrest down all the way. Wide stance, true heels. Take the carriage out halfway. We're going to imprint and just lift our booty, not coming into a full bridge, but come into a really tucked and lifted position of the pelvis. And shout it in there. Shoulder blades. Press against the carriage, nice long neck. Getting extra extension and length. Legs reach all the way up to the rib cage. 4, 3, 2. And bring it in, hold the carriage halfway and roll it back down. And bring it in. Good. Scoot yourself half an inch away from the shoulder block so you're not jammed up in there. Open scissor, holding on behind my right leg here, anywhere that's comfortable. Imprint your lower back, curl your upper body up, take a look at your belly button, pull down to your spine, keeping our feet pointed. Switch. 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 Chest toward your knee, your thigh. Now flex. Let's bring it in, tabletop. Second set. Stay tabletop, curl your upper body up. Now behind our left leg, pull that leg in, pull your chest toward your knee, and switch. Switch. Times each side. one. Back here. And slightly behind the thighs again, pull your knees toward your forehead, imprinting the belly. Scoop in your sacrum up as far as you can. And open to our V. Exhale, pull back in. Open. Keeping your chin tucked so your neck is not strained. Trade what we normally do. Let's pull into that roly poly bug. Pull in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Your headrest is down, pulling on either to the back of the shoulder blocks or the pegs. Just lift up and over. Just working through our spine. Warming up. Up into 45. Lift back up. And let's meet up in wheelbarrow, legs parallel to the ground or thereabouts. Flex your feet, open your heels, and roll down as slowly as you can. In the abdominals, try to take the work out of the hands and arms. 45, up and over. 2 more times. Legs at 90, arms down by your side or holding on the same place. Tiny little toe lifts. Try not to do the work in your neck and shoulders. Don't hold your breath. Just a little lift to the sky. 8, 7, 6, 5, 2, and 1. Do happy baby. And then baby. Hold to the side. And come up. Let's go to a blue spring. Or all the way down. Gonna put elbows on the carriage and feet on the platform. To plank. And your pelvis, connect that imaginary string from the pelvic bone to the chin. Lift the belly up off of that string. Hold it 4. Hold it 3. Hold it 2. And a little yoga handstand. Pull the carriage in. Try and tap your bumper. Push out the plank. Each time setting that plank. Plank, pull that plank. Carriage forward. Find a range of motion that works for you. Belly's lifted, ribs closed. 4, 3, 2. Last one, let's pull our elbows directly under our shoulders, reset that plank. Find your big toes, pull that carriage in and out. 5, 4, last 2, and last 1. Hold that plank for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Child's pose. Switch to a yellow spring. Opening a window. Spring, we're gonna lay on our side. So if you'd like the ball for your for your neck, or just using the rest. Videos to the bottom and the back. So let's do some leg extension work with a nice big stretch component. Let's put that top foot in the strap. Once we're here, push out, flex through the foot, actively lift up in the waistline off the carriage so you feel your spine is straight, shoulders are square. Ready? Bending in tabletop and pushing out through the heel. Stacking the hips. Close the ribs, belly button pulls in. And if the yellow spring feels like too much, go to the blue. And the last one here, keeping the foot flexed and parallel, just back and forth, not to a full pendulum forward. Just an easy mid-range back and forth. 3, 2. All right, let's land that leg at our starting point. The heel is in front of the sit bone. Externally rotate from the hip socket without falling back in the hip. Push that hip back, lift in the waist. And let's lift high to that diagonal. Pushing from the pelvic floor, inner thigh. So the foot and the knee are not doing all the work. Keep that top hip stacked. And changing it up this time from that extended position. Let's develop a in and up. Not collapsing the waist. Push through. In and up. Controlling the motion. This way. Let's switch directions. Coming up. Watch how high you go. It's going to bend and push through. Stay externally rotated. Keeping that top hip stacked. Waistline long. Beautiful. Square the hip parallel, bend the knee. If you can keep your foot in the strap, bring it onto where you're on your back. Square the hips. Ready, push that leg through. And opposite leg up to 90. Cross cable, scissor extension. Try not to tumble onto your lower back, close your ribs, relax the neck and shoulders. Ready? Feet up at that mid-range. Cross that leg over, figure four. And the opposite, lengthen through that side of the body. It's my right foot, my right leg. So pull your right hip out of your rib cage. And let's stretch, unwind again, come back in a scissor and just pull that leg in. Externally rotating that leg with the foot in the strap and opening to the side, whatever range of motion is available. Flex both feet and point, flex and point. Last one, flex and point. Come back parallel. And bring it back in. We'll switch. And to the other side. Put in, push out, and lift up in the waist. Square the shoulders, that top hip. Then flex in tabletop and push out. Two. Feet up with that leg extended, stay parallel, mid-range back and forward. Keeping that hip stacked. Long spine, lift up in the waist, close the ribs. Work. Bring that leg where we started, the heel in front of the sit bone, externally rotate and find that side extension. Not collapsing in the waist. Starting position, developing up, keeping that top hip stacked. Reach and lengthen through. One direction. One. Good. Let's reverse. Lift that leg up. Watch how high you go so when you bend the knee, you don't collapse into the waist. Stop. Two more. And again, carefully making our way out of our back. Breaking off in the hips and shoulders. Figure four. I think we did scissor before figure four on the other side, but lengthening that left leg. Reach the right leg out, find a neutral, square your hips, and scissor through. Find the same range of motion, the leg that's in the strap, the leg that's not in the strap. Pull that leg in. Keep it neutral, fine as you can, externally rotating the hip socket, opening to the side. That extended right leg parallel. Point. More. Feet, square it off, parallel. Too long, little figure four here. They messed up the order. Line. To the chest, we're going to the side, and let's not. And let's stay on a yellow. Let's get our box, short box. The long roots. Feet are parallel, find your sit bones sitting at nice and tall, scoop your hands forward so your wrist isn't breaking, and push through and service. Carefully bending, controlling the elbows back, open through the sternum, take that nice big upper body stretch. Scoop down, pivot forward, control the elbows in. That big stretch. Time we're going to limit. Our elbows only go to our ribs. Scoop down and push forward, only into the ribs. Scoop down and push forward. 4, 3, 2. One. This time as our elbows come in just to our ribs, lift them and open and close to tree hugger. Elbows in, don't let them flare back too far. Push through tree hugger. 3, 2. Meet up tree hugger. Rotate around, Wonder Woman, hinging forward, 4-finger and thumb come together, lift your arms higher, shaving the back of our head. Thumbs go down, the base of the neck. Rotate, and let's go single arm. So let's start with our left, the right glute back on. Sit up nice and square. My right hand is on the box to stabilize so I don't twist. We're going to push through in service and come to a stop. Keeping that elbow close to the body, don't go past the rib cage. Push through the heel of the hand. 3 more. Like push-ups in the air. 4 push-ups in the air. 2. Last one. Let's bring it in. The other way. The other side. Plant the hands, square off some shoulders. Push through in service, spiral around. And that elbow stays close to the body, stopping at the ribs. Oh. Okay, let's turn lung box. Stay on a yellow spring. I'm gonna put up my foot bar just so I don't crack my shins on it. We're gonna stand on the floor on the outside of our machine. Hands go to the inside corners of your box. Push out, let yourself fall forward without cracking your shins on anything. And then controlling by rounding, scooping, cat back up. If the yellow spring feels like too much, go to the blue. Lifting the belly button, release the crown of the head, push through. Just a little arch and open extension without curling the chin. Think more about the pelvis and the hips, your belly. Lifting, pushing through, opening, extending. Tipping, belly, lift, release the back of the neck. Let's do 2 more. Tuck, 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 and release the carry down. Whoop. I like that one. Okay, and come up, let's take the box off. Stay on a yellow. Gonna go a little soft and easy today. Be nice to ourselves. Okay, standing on our left foot. Right foot is up against the shoulder block. Just start by and bring that right leg right up against the frame. Nobody takes me seriously when I say that, but it's a really good stabilizer to feel the frame right up against your calf. And shift your weight ever so slightly back into the heel. So you're not jamming back into your knee, you're actually pitching back into the leg and the foot that's on the carriage, just pushing back. Whatever range of motion is available, keeping the shoulders square and the upper body aligned, gaze is straight ahead. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, going into a full extension lunge, now bending that supporting knee, pushing back into that lunge. And coming back up, stand straight up. Back. Do 4 more. Little bobbing bird effect. Spine stays long, ribs are closed, belly's in. Good, let's meet up in that lunge. So as deeply as you can, that supporting leg, bend and tap the carriage. 2, good, push out long in that leg. We're gonna switch now. The front leg is gonna straighten, the back leg comes in. This time we wanna scoop. And open. So just like we did standing on the floor with the box, pull the belly button in, control that carriage in. Let's do 3 more. 2. Last one. Belly button in, belly button in. So let's push back into a full lunge. And release that thigh. Walk your foot forward. Shoulders down. And pushing through the sternum. To a little half swan, open and lift. And push back into that lunge. Open and lift. Use that supporting leg on the floor so you're not grinding on the knee on the carriage. And let's meet up here. Good. Right hand comes up to side extension. Your side. And square it off. And bring it up. Side. Bring that back right up against the machine. Standing up nice and tall, just pushing back. Your weight is in the heel of that standing leg. So truth be told, if the carriage went away, you'd fall backwards. 4, 3, 2. Let's go into full lunge. We're going to squish the kitty. Come back up. 4 more. Switch back into kitty tap back. Following out, control that carriage in. Open. Follow. 4. Lunge. Knee taps. Reach. Lengthen. Reach. Lengthen. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lay that leg all the way down. Shoulders down. Let's come into single leg swan, just lifting up and pushing back, working through extension in that hip flexor. Push into the standing foot. And over. Back to the shoulder blocks. Bring the soles of the feet together, but push your heels out as far as is comfortable. Start by sitting up nice and tall, push back into the belly, and dolphin dive forward. Lengthen out, hinging the hips. Long spine, shoulders down, neck is long, and pull straight up again. Push back, narrowing in the pelvis, dolphin dive forward. Lengthen, extend in that hinge, middle back forward. And up 2 more times. Narrow, pull into your belly button. Dolphin dive forward. Lengthen out into that hinge. Last one. Pull in and narrow. Hinge. Now pull back from the belly button, middle back pulls to that back wall, and sit up and lengthen. Hinge, hinge. Belly button back, scooping, hollowing, softening through the back of the neck. 2 more. Come on, tilt in closer to your pelvis, as if you're going to cross your legs. Take our right hand on the arch of our right foot. Extend through. If you want some counter support, hold on behind the shoulder block. Nice and tall. Bend that knee and cross your hands. So left hand holds on to the outside of the right foot. And extend through, stay up equally as tall. And then the other side, pull that right heel closer to the pelvis. And same hand, same foot on the inside of the arch, sit up nice and tall. Chest forward, crown of the head reaches high. Cross, hands to the outside of the left foot. Go nice and tall. Let's go to 2 yellow springs. Back down on our back. All right, let's start both hands in the long loops. Let's meet up dead bug style. All right, imprinting our backs here. Exhale, upper body rolls up as you come into that extension. Extend everything in. And up to dead bug. Exhale, up and in. And then I bring my fist toward my chest. Elbows are wide, fists are narrow. And push up 2 more. And 90 degrees with the arms. Lower our legs 45. And as the arms go down, the legs come to 90, our upper body scoops up. You try and bring your forehead to your knees. And switch. Two. Last one. Yeah, bring it all in. Good. Let's switch it up. Both feet in the long loops. Down 45. Separate your ankles and your knees. Just that fist distance, 4 inches. And tabletop in, keeping that same distance between the knees and the ankles, pushing through. As if you're dragging your heels in sand, and find that same line of sand each time. Wait. Should have offered up even on the prior move. If you want to let the spring go to a yellow and a blue, same thing here. Good, let's meet up 45 degrees, keep that same distance, reach through the toes. Coming toward 90 without rolling into your lower back. Glute hamstring insertion point is where we're working from. Right, that same line in the air with your toes. Putting it together from 45 degrees. Bend, flex in, and push out. Length it up. Sleep down. Hips and our pelvis stable. Neutral lower back. Running the same lines in the air. 4 times. Okay, 45 degrees, externally rotate. Same distance between. We're going to go straight into the combo. Flex, bend in, no collapsing lower back. That same distance between our heels. Push out 45. Extending toward 90. Outside of the thigh, outside of the hip. Two. One. And let's get up 45. Stay externally rotated, open to your V. Heels tap, tap, and open. Heels tap, tap, flex open. Tap, tap, flex open. Tap, tap, and flex. Tap, tap, point out, flex in. Tap, tap, point out. Flex in. 2 more. And let's bring it in. Good. Externally rotate, Peter Pan. Heel is in line with the center of the pelvis. Push out, heels kiss. Keeping the hips square, keeping your lower back neutral. 2 more times each side. And let's speed up 45 degrees. Externally rotate, small circles. Small circles. 4, 3, 2. Now let's reverse those small circles. Half of what we normally do. 3, 2, and 1. Stay up 45, parallel flow to 90. Take hold of the cables. Tip your pelvis toward your foot bar. Heels to the sky. And let's just pull on a cable, get a little extra extension, one leg and the other. Right, let's stay parallel. If your headrest is up, if you don't mind keeping it down, let's push to 45 parallel, walk in the park. So bend at one knee, the other leg comes 90. That foot pushes down and switch. Foot digs down toward the open well. So you feel your lower abdominals engaged. And if you want to take it to the full roly-poly extension, stand through. Just make sure you're not doing the work, your neck, shoulders. Keep it in that leg of the bent leg. On each side. .45 degrees. And start your circles, however big or small you want there. more time, flex. Take your pelvis toward your foot bar. Release into your extended V. Pelvis facing the foot bar. You have a little cable that says to reduce the size of the V, we're gonna bend through and point. Bend through and point. 4, 3, 2, and lengthen through the legs. Let's bring it 45, top the heels and start circles there. Opening at bottom, closing at the top. Take out 90 degrees, take hold of the cable, pull into happy baby. Feet come together, point the toes away from you, keep the heels close to the pelvic floor as you lower down and the butterfly.